strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
All right, we have the second part of a major Splinterlands ranked battle update coming in just a few days, less than 5 days from the recording of this video on April 2nd. There's going to be a brand new token coming to Splinterlands. You're going to be able to earn Glint. There's going to be Glint, which is another soulbound token. You can think of it kind of like merits. And there's going to be a brand new reward shop for you to spend your Glint tokens on. So we're gonna go through that, and I am personally super excited about this for a couple reasons. Before we actually get into the Glint token though, we're going to talk about how this is going to majorly benefit Modern. So a lot of people wanted better rewards in Modern because Modern's where the humans play. There is no bothing allowed in Modern. They just created a post about how they're going to do more about people using bots or battle helpers or that type of thing in Modern. I know that's been a hot topic, so they're gonna start cracking down on those a little bit. But Wild, we mainly see bots. Modern, we mainly see human players. And so we're gonna see better rewards in Modern for a couple reasons. First off, you are no longer going to get SPS in chests. You will not actually get the chests at all directly from battles. So they're removing that SPS, so that SPS reward pool is going to go into the ranked battle earnings. So when you win a battle and the direct SPS you get, you're now going to get more of that because that pool is going to be larger. And that's going to benefit Modern because the SPS that's in chest is not divided up right now between Modern and Wild, because you can play half your battles in Modern, half your battles in Wild, and you still earn the same chests. The chests are not, there's not Modern chest and Wild chest, they're all together. So all of those Wild accounts and all those bots playing in Wild actually dilute the SPS pool from those chests. So now that pool is being sent over to the direct battle rewards where they are split, you're going to see increased SPS earnings for Modern players, which I think is very good. And then the Glint that is earned is going to be increased by 50%. The winners of the Modern format battles will receive 50% more Glint than the winners of the Wild format battles. So you're gonna see more SPS and you're going to get more Glint by playing in Modern, which is going to drive more human players. Hopefully that's the goal, right? So I'm excited about that. So what is this Glint? This Glint is now replacing your chest. So normally, whenever you go and play, let's just go back here. When you play Splinterlands and you come into a battle here, you earn your focus points, right? To collect chests that you can then open for rewards. There are no more focus points. There are not going to be any more quests. These, like, I've got the anti-magic focus. You won't have a focus anymore. So you will now just earn straight Glint tokens from your battles. Okay? And then you can go decide exactly, no, not exactly, but you can go decide what types of things you want to buy from the reward shop. So one of the bad things about buying or about getting these previous rewards is sometimes, how many of you had a day where you just got all potions? You didn't want potions. You got all merits. Maybe you're not in a guild. Maybe you don't play with Gladiator cards, or maybe you've got them all maxed, or whatever the case is, and you don't care about merits. So it could be a bad feeling to pull those. Now you can go into the shop and say, I want to buy, I need some potions. I want to buy potions. I want to buy merits, or I want to buy soulbound reward card draws. So you will now be able to go open up a chest. There's going to be 5 different levels to kind of corresponding to the bronze, silver chest, gold, diamond, champion. You can open up chests that are guaranteed to have cards. So you can't choose which cards you get, but you will be able to guarantee that you get a card, and you can choose which ones you want to get. One of the bad things before was a lot of times it would be like, okay, sometimes playing in tier 3 of a league was actually bad. You would get better rewards in silver 1 than you would in gold 3, or it was easier to earn a lot of chests from silver 1 than it was from gold 3. Even though you're getting more points in gold, they'd correspond to fewer chests. Well, now you can decide exactly what types of chests that you want. If you want to play in gold 3 and get those rewards, but you still want more chests, you can go down and buy the silver chest. If you're playing in bronze, but you really want those gladiator cards, you really want the gold foil cards, you can save up more and buy a champion chest. You'll get a lot fewer of them, but you'll have increased chances for those gold and legendary cards. If you're missing a common or a rare card and you want more cards, you don't care about if it's gold, if it's legendary, you actually want you're missing a rare card, you can buy lots of bronze or silver chests. So you can go in and have a little bit more control over what you get. Again, the cards themselves are still random, but there's also a benefit to pulling cards that you don't have, because that's one thing I'm at right now. I've only got a few cards that I don't have from the reward cards, and so it can kind of be boring opening them up because the odds of me getting a card that I need are so low. Well, now if you get extra cards, you can actually burn these cards and get glint for them. So if I get these extra cards, I can then turn around, burn them, and get more glint so I can go roll more cards. I mean, I still obviously prefer the ones I don't have, but now they're just not, the ones I get are not necessarily just wasted. I can kind of recycle them a little bit and increase my chances of getting cards that I need. You can also buy energy. That is going to be huge. If you are, okay, a lot of people have been, I don't want to earn soulbound rewards. I don't like the soulbound rewards, okay? This is crypto. I want to earn rewards that I can sell. Okay, well then take your glint, go buy energy, and then you can earn more SPS from your battles by being able to play more battles. And all of these rewards are going to scale. So like it says with energy will increase for every 25 energy purchase. So the cost will increase as you go up. And that's the same for buying the chest, for example. You can now buy merits. If you want more gladiator cards, I mean, that's been a huge complaint as well, that, okay, when we play in brawls, it's so hard to start a new guild or start from the bottom, or a new player jumps in. They can't compete in brawls because these older players have all these gladiator cards and merits. If that's what you care about, getting those gladiator cards, you can take your glint and you can go buy merits with it and focus on merits and be able to pull more of those. So I love the extra control here, and this is what's going to be so much better about it. And I still think there are some things that they can improve, but this is going to be a massive step forward in my opinion. And if you want to buy things that you can sell, limited edition titles. There's going to be 3 limited edition titles that have a limited amount that are going to cost a lot. We don't know exactly how much they're going to cost, but you will be able to go buy things or go buy these items, and that they're tradable on the market. They have high value. Those legendary titles, they're worth a lot. And then feature items. So this is what they're starting with. They plan to be able to put more things in there. This seems like it fit really well with the battle pass. Man, I hope they bring that battle pass idea back that Weirdbeard was working about. But these might include skins and cosmetics, promo cards, mystery chest. Now, remember back when they had the mystery chest? Even resources that can be used in later phases of the Secret of Praetorian expansion. I love this too, because I love tying in land to the battles. And one of the things that I've said is that we should have rewards from battles that are needed for land. And I mean, that's a whole separate economy thing, but they can do that here. So they could put, if you need items to craft, maybe you need items to craft certain spells. Okay, we're gonna need all these different items, and you're gonna have different recipes. Well, you can include some items that are only available from this shop. That if you want those items, if you want to be able to craft that specific card, you have to be playing the game. You have to be playing the actual ranked battles. So I'm pretty excited about that. Burning of soulbound cards. We kind of talked about that. You can burn it with Glint. Gladiator cards will no longer be able to be burned for DEC. That's got me in a predicament right now, because I have I think 270,000 CP worth of gold foil gladiator cards. I don't play in gold foil brawls. I have no use for gold foil gladiator cards. All my regular foil are higher, so they're not a higher level or anything like that. Now I might in the future. These took me a long time to earn. I might want them in the future. And if I do, it's going to take me a long time to earn them back. But you've got, if you want to get DEC value out of them, if you want to essentially sell any of your Gladiator cards by burning them for DEC, you have 5 more days to do that. Less than 5 days to do that. Because after this update on April 2nd, they are going to be burned for merits instead, which I also think is great. I've been pushing for this change for a very, very long time. So I'm glad to see that finally in the game. So what do you guys think? Are you excited about this? I'm super excited about this. The one concern that I've talked about in Discord a little bit, I would say my biggest concern for this is that right now there's no limit on the amount of glint. They have not mentioned a limit. And they've even mentioned that, okay, if you want to save up your glint for when the next set of reward cards come out, so you can buy a lot of them at the beginning. Now, each time you buy a chest, it gets exponentially more expensive. So it'll probably be very difficult to just buy them on like day one. But I mean, you'll be able to acquire them much quicker if you hoard up your resources and buy them then. And to me, that's a problem because we've seen this with a lot of Web 2 games. Even, I mean, the game I started covering on this channel, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I don't know if there's any of you that followed me over from that game that are still here. But we saw that was a problem there where the meta, the resource meta became hoard all of your resources, or in this case, glint, until you get a new item. And then you can go buy that item, be the first one to have it, dominate battles early. If they drop a title, like imagine how bad it would feel if they drop a second set of titles and the only people who can possibly get them are those who have hoarded glint for a year because they've got it all saved up and these are expensive and they can just go buy it. And nobody else has a chance. Hoarding resources is not good for the economy because people hoard not because they enjoy it. Some people enjoy it. I'll admit some people enjoy it. But most people hoard because they have FOMO. Like, I don't want to spend this glint because they might announce something tomorrow that's really cool and I want to have glint available for that. So what I really think they should do, I hope they do. They've got some time to put it in. I'm trying to push it on Discord. I really hope they put a max for the amount of glint you can hoard. It's okay to allow a little bit of hoarding, but no cap just creates problems. If they try to drop items in the future, which obviously, I mean, they plan to do, but that way people can't just instantly scoop them all up and maybe it's not a problem, but it presents a potential for problems. And if you put a reasonable cap in there, then if you do that from the beginning and it's known from the very beginning, that's just a part of the game. It's a soulbound item. It's not like capping DEC or SPS or anything like that. It's a soulbound item. Put a reasonable cap in. And what's great about it is remember that you can buy energy. Okay, so people will never be in a situation where they have nothing good to spend their glint on. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm hoarding the glint because there's nothing I want. Well, you can always go get energy and play more battles and get more SPS. That's always a good option. So there's always something for you to do. But no, even in spite of that, that's my one concern. I would say all my other, I don't really have any other concerns other than wishes. I wish there was a way that you could go after specific cards. Like, I'd even be okay if all of the reward cards, I'd be okay if they were, I kind of wish we could just go buy a specific card. Like, it gets frustrating when, okay, I only need these 2 cards. I just wish I could go get that one. I think it should be very, very expensive to go get that one. Like, maybe 10 or 20 times the cost of if you were just pulling them from average packs. But sometimes you just hit that where I can't get that card. I want that card. I don't care. I'll pay 10 times the amount for it. So I kind of wish we could see something like that, or there are other creative ideas, but those are just kind of additions. This is a starting point. We can always add those things in. We can always make that a part of future items. So I think this is a great start, and this is a massive upgrade for the reward system. It's adding more. I've said this forever, that we need more Web 2 aspects, more Web 2 hooks, more traditional gaming experiences. And that's what this is, with a little bit of Web 3 things mixed in, like titles that can be sold, even energy that earns you in your SPS. You've got a little bit of Web 3 aspects, but this is just enhancing the game experience. And that's what we desperately need right now. We need a better gaming experience. And I don't know if this is enough to, as far as how far it's going to push us, but it's a very significant upgrade, and I think this is gonna be nothing but good. I'm super excited about this. Like I said, I really want that one change with a cap to prevent massive hoarding. But other than that, I'm pumped. So April 2nd, we're gonna have to stream. We're gonna have to go earn some new Glint tokens, see what's in the shop, go buy some things. I'm excited. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you're excited, what changes you would make, what your suggestions are. Does anybody hate this? I haven't really seen a lot of people that are saying that they hate it. We've seen certain specific criticisms, but I'm sure there's some people out there. But in general, I haven't seen, no, this is a terrible idea. Why is Splinterlands doing this? I think this is the right direction, so I'm excited. I'll see you guys on stream.